Inside Module 1, you are going to know how to create an irresistible caffeine product. Now, here's the catch, and I want to play devil's advocate to myself right now. The reason you or most people don't create products is this is where most people are at mentally. They say to themselves, I have a small list, I haven't made much money, I have no real value to give to my tiny list. And so what happens is it causes paralysis and their list goes underserved. They don't make much money and they're just sitting there in kind of this purgatorial struggle. Inside Module 1, I am going to shift you into understanding how to create fast, instant, jolty products that are quick. They are so easy, and their domino effect that they have on your life is not possible to quantify it. And let me explain what I'm talking about. In a nutshell, the first time I ever did an irresistible caffeine product, I had a teammate who was good at building websites. Now here's the thing. He hadn't made a penny. Okay, he hadn't made a penny. He had a small list, tiny list. But the thing was, he was good at websites. So here's what I said. I said, you know what? We did a little JV. And I said, I'm going to charge $10 and we blasted it out. And what it was you are going to learn how to build a website in 10 minutes. Meaning a website will be online. If you attend this webinar, what you're going to see is step by step. And always when you market information, you give step by step blueprints. If you want to change people's lives quickly, you give a step by step blueprint. So what we did was basically said, we're going to show you step by step how to, in 10 minutes, build a website. But here's where the domino effect started going. So we did a little JV. It was a $5 commission. I mean, really, who cares? But what we did was this list. The point is to serve your list, impact your list. And here's what else happens. A lot of you, and I feel, I mean, when I put together a product like this, I sit back, and I don't want to get like woozy and fuzzy and mythical here, but I literally sit back and I imagine what is going on in their minds? Why are they stalling? Why are they not living up to their potential? Why are they not earning more? Why are people stuck? What is going on? And I think, what is the thoughts that's rolling through their minds? Because my goal is to unstick them, shift them, and move them forward with strategies and mindsets. So here's what's going on. A lot of you don't create that product because you don't think you've made enough money to justify it. But here's the thing. Until people pay money, they don't pay attention. And the list was struggling with not knowing how to create a website. That was a legitimate struggle inside everyone's list. They didn't know how to create a website. So this guy, this teammate, what he did was he showed them step by step how to build a website for $10, and it created wealth for him. But here's where the domino effect happened. Of course, there was an upsell. You can have an hour with him for $49. So all of a sudden, this teammate who had no money and never made a penny, made a little bit on a JV, but now he made another, the upsell was a JV as well, and he made residual hosting money. But then guess what happened? With the one-on-one coaching, it demonstrated his leadership, and he signed up distributors. And we were in a high ticket, and so he made a decent amount from these distributors. And so the domino effect rolled on and rolled on. Let me give you another illustration. Adam Holland did a caffeine product. It was a quick step-by-step how to do pay-per-view marketing. What you're seeing in this video right now is people handing Adam Holland $100 checks, clapping, praising him. The thing is, this didn't come from his launch, his caffeine product of the PPV launch. He rolled those buyers into his high-ticket MLM, and what he did was he made a bunch more money, and he won a team contest that I threw, which is going to be Module 2. I'm going to show you how to make inter-team contests. So you are rolling in distributors, and then you teach them, you info market differently to your distributors than you do to your prospects. And I'm going to show you the whole download on that. It's going to be utterly amazing. But the gist of it is, in Module 1, I'm going to show you how to create irresistible caffeine product creations. These are short, easy. These can be cheap products. These do not have to be expensive, but what they do is they highly impact your list. And here's another, I know the thoughts in people's minds right now, and some of you are rolling around in your own mind saying something like, well, um, I don't know. See, the thing is, you're not going to sell something if you don't believe that the buyer is getting a better deal, because you don't want to take people's money. You want to give them value. Well, here's the thing. If you have any tiny little skill, there are people on your list that don't have that skill. And if you don't sell them a cheap product, they are going to waste hours and hours and hours and hours, and they're going to buy other courses, and they're going to be misled down many roads. But you can save them for $50 or $100. They can hack into all your wisdom for $50 to $100. And even if you haven't made money, you maybe know how to generate 10 leads a day on Facebook. That is a legitimate product that people on your list will buy. And then once they buy it, just like Adam in the video I showed again, they're going to see that you're a leader. They're going to see that you're a gamer. They're going to see that you're playing and you're involved. They're going to join you in your MLM, and it rolls up, and then you can charge for coaching. You can do all sorts of things. And at the end of the day, you will be impacting people way deeper. In Module 1, Irresistible Caffeine Product Creation, I am going to give you the full blueprint, bit by bit by bit. The creativity, the burden of creativity that you think you might have to create a product like this and sell it, I am going to alleviate as much as possible, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how to pull this thing off. You're going to absolutely love it. But here's the best part. After Module 1, I am doing for all the students inside the Irresistible Info Marketing Blueprint, I am doing a friendly game. I'm actually calling it a tournament. And here's what the tournament is. To the top 10 stories, meaning everybody who joins, everybody who registers for the Irresistible Info Marketing Blueprint is going to create their own caffeine product. It's going to be so clear that you're going to be able to look at it and go, wow, this is way easier than I thought. I'm going to go for it. And here's what's going to happen. To the top 10 stories, and that doesn't necessarily mean the people that make the most money, we are going to invite you in. This is 10 people on a houseboat tour with the top 10 affiliates of this launch. Now, this is really exciting because I know I have charged $4,000 for a weekend with me. I know I think Dillard's charged $5,000 for a couple days. Well, here you are going to come to Lake Travis, Austin, and you're going to have a free invite for an all-day house party networking with our top 10 affiliates. And this is the Magnetic sponsoring crew. This is my crew. It is going to be unbelievable. Here's a picture of the actual boat on the top here. This is where the networking is, because what I want to do, and Module 1 is going to absolutely change the game. If you don't know how to do caffeine products, the rest of the industry is going to know how to do caffeine products. You're going to be under monetized. You're going to serve your list less than they should be getting served. And it's just not a good situation. But what's going to happen is there's going to be a tournament, a contest between everybody who buys. And what I'm doing, especially for the newbies, is I am putting a handicap on this tournament. Now, let me explain what I mean by a handicap. If you have a list of under 250 people, you are in your own division. If you have a list under 1,000 people, you are in your own league. And if you have a list under 5,000, you are in your own league. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick literally somebody right now with a list of under 250 people. There's going to be somebody on that houseboat, and it's going to be the most networking. It's going to be the coolest tournament. I'll explain more about it later. But the gist of it is I'm going to create a handicap like in golf, so it levels the playing field so that the person with a list of 5,000 people can do a caffeine product. Well, of course, he or she's going to make more money than the person with 250. But what I'm going to do is give you an avenue and a way to compete on a fair level playing field, and 10 people, literally 10 people, are going to join the top 10 affiliates inside this launch. And I'm not going to tell you who the top 10 affiliates are, but if you think about who the top leaders in our industry are, that's who wins these affiliates things. This is going to be networking at a level that it's just going to be really an amazing, amazing level of networking. And we are going to take care of the whole houseboat party, and we're going to take care of you at Carlos and Charlie's afterwards. We've got a big area in that restaurant, and it's going to be one of the best times of your life in a business sense. So here's the short story, my friends. Just in module 1, I'm going to teach you how to create a caffeine product, and I will go on at some other point and talk to you about the potential monetary gain this could have for you. But literally, just to sum it up, if you have a list of 100 people and I teach you how to do a caffeine product that is 197 or is $97, and you get four or five people to buy, that alone is going to be worth about $500 for you. But what's bigger than that is I am going to teach you in this course how to break the seal. And here's what I mean by breaking the seal. The biggest thing that you have to have, and it has to happen soon, is let's pretend this is a dam, okay? This is water. And this water is sitting here, and this water is going to represent revenue. It's going to represent income, okay? It's money. What you have to do over here, all you have to do is throw a tool, a product that breaks that wall where people say, you know what, for $97, I can learn how to have my blog up quick in just an easy session. I can get one-on-one with somebody who knows how to do it. It's going to save me probably 5 hours to learn it on my own, XYZ. I'm going to walk you through the blueprint so you're going to see exactly how to structure this thing in the easiest, risk-free way possible. But I want you to learn to throw a dart against this dam and just break the seal. Because once you see a little bit of revenue, and you've done this, you are literally going to say, you know what, that was easy, and I can do it again. And you're going to be able to tap into that and make that bigger. That seal is going to break bigger and bigger. And this is when massive amounts of income start flowing. Module 1 alone, it's hard for me to put a value on it. It could easily be a $497 product in itself, and it's going to be literally the very first week inside Irresistible Info Marketing Blueprint. Plus, 10 people's lives are going to be changed with the connections they make on the houseboat tour in Lake Travis. So lots more to come, gang. I'm excited about this. Watch the other previews.